is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 108. I have a special guest back in the building for her second time. I think we figured out that it was episode 84 that you were here last.
Yes, 84.
So
84 with
Bree. She's been on a lot since that, so
yeah,
like a lot.
For sure,
Shout out to her. But let's get right into it. Like since then, how's life been treating you?
Oh, before this retrograde, life was treating me like hell. But like now the retrograde's here, and like I feel so calm. I feel like I've purged all negative energy before it got here. So like everybody's running around hectic, crazy, find out they ex cheating, and I'm just like here single, living life, my skin glowing, you know, my waist coming like, so it's getting good for me.
Good.
Yeah.
I always like to ask that, like as far as like your first time here versus now, are there any subtle differences that you feel?
Oh yeah, I dropped about like maybe 215 pounds, maybe 220. I'm not sure, but it was definitely like a lot of dead manipulative weight that I dropped.
Oh no.
But since then, like life has been good. Like I got a monkey off my shoulder, like, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, so it's
feel
been
that.
real good. Getting
really
back to myself, getting back to younger me, because that relationship was someone I was on and off with for like, since I was 20. And now I'm about to be 27, so that's
tough. I've never been in an on and on relationship for longer than 3 years.
Yeah.
Ever. Like usually 2 years is the cutoff.
Right? Maybe like 8 months. But yeah, I was delusional. We all, play as fuck up. It happens.
Yeah. Speaking of delusion, I've been watching Catfish like crazy lately. Like I don't know why, but they're coming out with a brand new fucking season in 2025.
I was about to say, like there are new episodes that keep coming out, and I personally don't feel sorry for you if you're being catfished in 2024.
I only feel sorry for them if it was like some MySpace shit, like they've been talking to this person since they were like 12.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're in this day and age where, baby, we got FaceTime on. It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram.
But my front camera doesn't work.
No, we're not doing that. See, the first time I ever got catfish was like way before 2012, which is
understandable.
Which was before catfish was a thing. Let's just say that. We didn't have no MTV show catfish telling us, oh my God, look, this is what, like, people were getting catfish, and it wasn't by no Nigerian prince or like nobody who I didn't think could be in my league. He was very low. I won't say very low, but he was just not the caliber of man that I usually dated. So I did let him have a chance, but he catfished me. I was still in high school, and I'm talking about caliber of man, but yeah, still like he catfished me. I was in high school, and I made it very apparent, like, he was playing that whole, like, oh, I don't have FaceTime, I don't have this, I don't have that, I have an Android, which was easier to play back then because technology was not as advanced as it is now. So this day and age, if I ever get catfish, like, I had to go to the mall. What is left of Highland Mall.
Oh.
To figure out. If you're from Austin, you know.
The skeleton version, like the in-between.
In between, the food court was still there. The shoe stores, they still had pictures and portraits still there. I had to go to the mall to find out that he was catfishing me, and like he told me what he was wearing, and it was one of those moments like, in the movie where like, oh, I'm wearing this, and like you see this person wearing this, and like this is the only person.
So you actually met the person?
No, I didn't walk up to him.
Oh, but you saw him from a distance. Gotcha.
And I was just like, wow, that's crazy, because I called him. He picked up the phone. I said, baby, that's not you.
Was it like completely different?
Oh yeah, like completely different. Like completely different. And I definitely understand, like, no, I don't. Let me stop lying. I don't understand none of that shit. Like, I don't understand not being your full 100 authentic self on and off the internet. I've never had to like struggle like that. Like, I've never had to fake it. So I really don't understand doing that to people, but like, even this day and age, people still do it. It's 2024. Somebody just tried to catfish me the other day.
Goddamn.
Yeah. And when I constantly was like, he followed me before I even gave him my number. He was following me on all platforms. And like I just said, every platform has the capability of having,
FaceTime.
FaceTime. So I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, you saying this, that, and the third, and my message is, like, are you real? Dead ass, because he's very attractive. Because people ask me, I know I'm very attractive. Thank you. But people ask me all the time, like, when I be on Black, they ask me.
Shout out to Black. That's a dope.
Shout out to Black. Let's just say that. Shout out to Black.
That's a dope.
Like, if
site.
you ever, like, in that notion of like, I would never be on dating apps type thing. Black is actually really cool. You actually find a lot of cool people who could even be friends. You know, you find other people who have other businesses, like, and then you have some, you know.
They want to clap cheeks.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that. There be some white people on there too. This white man added me the other day and from Snapchat, like I put my Snapchat on there or whatever, and he added me and he was like, hey, I got you off of Black, and I was just kind of like,
word?
Really?
You allowed to be on there?
I thought, like, you know, we can't ever have shit, you know. But anyways, but yeah, he tried to catfish me from Black, actually. So even Black, you know, is very, very, you got to be very gentle. You got to be cautious. I feel like it's very, in this day and age, there's a lot of things that you notice that could say like, hey, this person isn't who they say they are. A lot of us have our phones in our hands, unless your job is like very demanding, like you can't have your phone.
And I get that, right? That's really what doesn't make sense to me. Like, I've been talking to him for 3 years. I've sent him $10,000 and I'm struggling.
Who sent $10,000?
This one chick had been sending this dude money for 3 years. Never seen him in real life ever, and she's struggling.
Poor baby. She got kids?
I don't know if she had kids. I don't know if the episode went that deep into it, but I don't think she did, because I think they make it a point if she had kids. But it turned out to be a girl pretending to be a dude.
Yeah.
But they don't know each other. Oh. Like, it was just a random internet shit. Like, she's been doing this. She's been doing this shit forever. She's talking about she like 30.
She was a scammer, really. She wasn't no catfish. She was a scammer.
But she's sitting there texting back and forth, like loving messages and shit.
But that's what scammers do.
I want to scam. I was just talking to someone the other day. I was like, I'm tired of having morals.
You want me to teach you? No, just kidding, y'all. Just kidding.
I'm tired of having morals, man.
No, really, me too. I really want to listen. So the other day, a guy approached me at the Asian market and was like, your feet are really, really pretty, this, that, and the third. And I won't disclose this man because he's really nice. And he paid me. So, you know, he was really big, like, into my feet. He said, your feet are so cute. They're so small.
You selling feet,
I was like, you know, yeah, they're a little chubby. He said, I love that. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, let me know what it is. This man offered to pay me $150 just to give me a foot massage.
Hey, everybody got their own shit, man.
You know what I mean?
Everybody got their own shit.
I thought about it and I was just like, you know, people have always told me that my feet were pretty, but I never like
thought I could profit off
it, like Feet Finder and stuff like that. But this man talking about, we can make you a Finsta for your feet. I'll take you to feet parties. You'll make so much money. And I'm like, is this
feet
lucrative?
Parties.
Is this that lucrative? He's like, yeah, I got a girl who, like, you know, she makes almost $100,000 a year off of Feet Finder and feet pics and Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, OnlyFans. You know, I wish I, you know, didn't have. I feel like that's more morally acceptable.
No, feet's cool.
Than feet, you know. I mean, than like OnlyFans. I would just say, me personally, I wouldn't be an OnlyFans girl just because, like.
Can we talk about the OnlyFans models that didn't like pop? Like, you know how like everyone started on OnlyFans and they shit just didn't go. They started doing discounts and promos and shit.
Yeah, like, bitch, what that dude said, what that one meme said, like something about you talking to me about high standards and like for the change in my couch. I can see your booty hole. Like, let's be for real. All jokes aside, like, get your money, make your money. But
yeah,
like,
for sure.
Definitely, I think the big notion right now with OF models, because I do not see you guys as models. You guys you don't model anything but your own body. Like, who are you walking for? Like, what brand collabs do you have? You are not a model. You are a sex worker. It is a form of sex work. Stand on that and be proud of that. That's what you are, Buki. It is okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like the strip club. Hell, what? The full new girl, yeah. I won't throw my money. Listen, there'll be somebody there who give me money to throw. But yes, like, do you, but stand on what you do. But I just personally couldn't do it because, you know, a lot of these OnlyFans girls are even coming out now saying that their children's friends are, you know, catching their OnlyFans. And they're like, I got pictures of your mom printed out. Like,
that's nuts. We got to fight.
What?
If I show up to school, you got pictures. We got to fight. We got to for sure fight.
I'm probably going to hit you and your mama just because of that. Like, what? And it's crazy because I don't have any children. I not generally do like plan on having any, but I do have nieces and nephews who I would never want them to be scarred or like have to live off of something that I did or have a reputation off of something that I did. So I definitely would rather keep myself and like my freaky side to my man or like roster if I have one, which I don't right now. You know, but you guys, like, I forgot. Y'all can definitely find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. It's all Karene the Queen. It's Karene. I know y'all probably struggle with that sometimes, but it's okay. But yeah, like, it just, I personally would do these, like, feet stuff, let that be more lucrative than, like,
getting fucked on camera.
Yeah, fuck on camera or like touch myself on camera. Which is cool, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's cool because at the end of the day, like, let's be honest, we all have needs, you know what I mean? Men do what they do, women flick the bean. So we, especially our like day and age, we grew up in the like big porn kind of thing. Like, there was videos, DVDs, magazines, VHSs. You know what I mean? Like, if you did not find a CD or a VHS in your house that said Big Booty Hoes or some freaky ass shit or some like something that was relative to a movie that you had seen and you thought it was a movie and you put that hoe in and you sitting there like, what the actual fuck? Like, yeah. And it wasn't even my mama's. It was my older brother's. So there's that. He was like 13. Like,
oh, yeah. You got to get started early.
Super early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people do. And I think that.
We talked about this last time.
Yeah.
Someone wrote in the comments like some nasty, like some really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about STDs and shit like that. And I'm pretty sure who commented and deleted their comment probably has one because they were so adamant about us being assholes for like talking about that.
About having STDs?
Like,
what we talk about at the end of the episode?
How, like, I think I had said something about being lucky because I've been outside since whatever age I said. And they were like, and they got mad.
Oh, because they definitely caught something.
I've been lucky.
A hit dog holler.
I've been lucky. I've been extremely lucky.
You've been extremely lucky.
Extremely lucky. Yeah.
Because there's like, I was actually just talking to my homegirl about this because there's still like a lot of girls, even here in Austin, who are being burned by like their boyfriends, long time.
It'd be the same 10 niggas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I don't fuck with women from Austin. Like, I'm cool.
And
Y'all
that's
all
exactly
cousins.
why I do not fuck with men from Austin. Like,
they're all cousins, man.
I'm all really good on that. Everybody kind of knows each other. And then it's crazy because when you know people in Austin and like you're cool with people, you can put the dots together. Like, you used to fuck with him and he used to fuck with her, but now him and her fuck together. And so technically,
you got it too.
Yeah, y'all all have, you know what I mean? And it's not.
There's nothing wrong with
nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of STDs that are highly common. People have no symptoms. Like, hell, a lot of people frown upon it, but HSV2 is something that is very common. 1 in 6 people have it. And it's just, fish have it. Let's talk about that. Fish have herpes. Let's just be real. Like, I took my niece and nephews to the aquarium the other day.
And you told them that?
In Houston. Show did. Show did. I said, y'all see them little bumps right there? All on they, you see that? Herpes.
The fuck?
Instantly regretted it. Instantly. Because I knew, like, man, they gonna tell their mama. Their mama gonna be like, why were you talking to my children about STDs? That's not what happened, but we were walking around, you know, the stingrays. Fuck them hoes. I want to punch one. R.I.P. Steve Irwin, you a real ass nigga. And I was telling them, they were like, I was telling them, like, who Steve Irwin was. They were like, they're animals. Not my kind of animal. Hell.
His son's cool.
His son's cool as hell. splitting image. Like the way that he is, I love that for them. But yeah, we were walking around the rest of it, the aquarium, and they were like,
did y'all eat at the restaurant there?
yeah, we did. The one in Kima.
I've never been there. I just want to know.
So the one in Kima has a restaurant like where you can eat and see sharks and like big groupers.
You said Houston, right?
It's be fed.
Like you were at the aquarium downtown?
No, in Houston, downtown. Well, not downtown Houston. Houston in Kima. It's by like Kima Boardwalk.
I only know of the aquarium in downtown Houston. That's why I was asking.
Okay, so there's aquarium in Kima, the Boardwalk. It's Kima, Texas.
Oh, I've never even heard of that place.
Yeah, it's actually cool. They got a Ferris wheel. They got rides. They got a lot of stuff.
It's by Houston?
Huh?
It's by Houston?
Yeah, it's like southeast, right there on the coast. But yeah, they was walking around. Like there was another tour, and they were like, "Look, and Karene, this fish got herpes too." And I'm like, "Y'all, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go sit over here to wait till we dissect these squids, and then we finna leave because I can't tell y'all nothing." But yeah, like STDs is a very common thing. It's always important to get tested. Unfortunately, some things like herpes and HIV, syphilis, there's a lot of things that can't be tested through pure blood, and you have to have like an outbreak. It's just really good to be knowledgeable. And I'm very, very thankful for the age that I grew up in because we had sex ed class and we were taught these kind of things.
I was not taught shit
Really?
about sex. I think the only thing we were taught is like condoms.
I saw a woman push a baby out of her vagina.
We didn't do none of that. I never saw
14.
any of that. I've never seen any of that. And if I did, maybe it was so traumatic that I blocked it out of my mind.
Probably. Because that's what happened to me. That's why I'm like, I'm really good on kids. Like, listen. Because that was traumatic to watch. Like, Shawty was screaming. And it was one of those old VHS sex ed class. So you already know,
the camera was big.
The camera was like a little shaky. It was fuzzy. And I was just like, oh my God, this is horrible. It was like going in and out. Her husband was passed out. I said, this is traumatic. I would never want to be in there. That's why I didn't do it for my first niece, my sister. I was like, girl, get somebody else to do it. I'm not coming in there with you.
Yikes.
I would probably pass out.
But
yeah, I just think it's very important to just get tested and be safe in that regard, because in reality, there's a lot of people that, like I said, we were going to talk about earlier, people who waste people's time because they know that they're good people. People will do that to you. You know what I mean? They'll be sleeping around on you and you'll catch something because you think you can trust somebody and you really can't. So it's something that's definitely normal. It's not something that like anybody should frown upon. I have, like I said, I think in the last episode, I made a mistake in publicly shaming someone in that sense, and I truly, deeply regret it. So I think that's something that we have to be more knowledgeable about and, you know, be better people. It's not always good to shame someone because you don't always know their situation and, you know, how anything occurred because it's not your situation. It's just good to move with empathy and sympathy.
Facts. Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not grace for the catfish people. Fuck them.
Oh, yeah, totally. Fuck you and your mama, bitch.
Dawg, there's...
Especially the ones that take money. You remember that one catfish episode where it was a guy trying to find the girl, and it was like Dominican, they were in Florida, and like he had bought her an Xbox, he had bought her so much stuff, and then when he came and her mom was like, oh, well, she doesn't need you, she just needed the things from you. I was just like, wow.
This one dude, like I don't know if I don't remember that episode, but I'm just been going down a fucking catfish rabbit hole. Like my YouTube like last viewed shit is all catfish. It's going fucking nuts. This one dude is literally like pretending to be somebody else on purpose and getting women, like hundreds of women, to send him like naked photos and videos and shit like that, and then like saving them for his own shit. Like they like teamed up, like all like 100 girls like sent in a video on catfish, and then like 4 of them pulled up with the catfish people to his house, and he looked nothing like the dude. And he was like, I deleted them all. And they were like, give us your phone. He was like, okay. They went through his phone. He had like categories about like the different storylines.
Oh my God.
He'd be like, Jennifer lives in Pittsburgh, thinks on this age, we talk about this. Like he had them in categories.
So that way he could remember. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
It's nuts.
That's crazy. The boys in my high school, they didn't even have to do all that line. They just had, they didn't even have to do all that. I won't even name them, but the boys at Del Valley High School, they had here in Austin, Texas, I will say that, they had a vote, and I seen it multiple times. They had a vote full of like everybody's nudes. Everybody in the school, girls from out of the school district, and they all had access to it. Like they shared nudes, y'all. Like
that's illegal.
Right? Like, listen.
Yikes.
If I want to call Wayne honey, we ain't even been graduated 10 years. Statute of limitation of that has not like gone away. But at the same time, it's just like, that's why I've always been so, me personally, if my nudes get leaked, I have some, let me be quiet. Listen, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't. I know whoever leaked them would be mad because I don't even know, like, I probably have like so many people on my line. And it would be like marvelous. But that's if somebody leaks my nudes. I would never be mad. Would I sue? Oh yeah, for sure. We're going to court for this, sir. You got me fucked up. Revenge porn is illegal in Texas, regardless of the age, sir. So
I've never in my life thought me getting a nude, like I would never ever like share it. I would never do that. Like that wouldn't even cross my mind. Like that's not even a thought. Like, because if I expose a girl or a woman or whatever, right, that says a lot more about me than it does her.
I feel like it's little dick energy. Like, is you mad, bro?
I've never been that mad in my life to be like, oh, so I got her nudes. Let me go just post them somewhere. Like, never.
So all these guys can see how great her titties are.
I've never in my life got that mad.
Like, right?
Yeah.
It's not that deep, bro.
Yeah,
like,
niggas is wild.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I'm glad, like, I never sent, and they were like some of my friends. So I'm just like glad I never dealt with anybody. I'm really good at like not dealing with anybody in my vicinity until like we're out of that vicinity. I didn't mess with anybody in high school until we were out of high school.
I had a list. Like
who you want to fuck after?
Yeah.
Me too.
It's been completed like many years.
Okay.
It's good.
Good shit. Good shit, bro. Good shit. I definitely knocked a few off my belt. Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't think I've ever wanted something or someone that since high school, because a lot of guys were like super immature, like they weren't ready for that experience. But since high school, I've never shot my shot and missed. I will say I'm 100% from the free throw line. Like, it is no joke. Like, and it's not on the sense of like, everybody I touch, like they just take their panties off or draws, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like, I'm super confident in myself. So I've never had that issue of like not being wanted in my adult life.
I feel that.
So when it came to that roster going back, that was easy. Unfortunately, one of my best friends that like I was like, people thought we were in love, which we were. Like he did. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I'm not gonna name names, but I had 3 guy best friends from like the 6th grade to the 12th grade who were like my best friends. We talked about everything. We talked about girls. Some of their girlfriends were my friends. I fought with some of their girlfriends.
Jesus Christ.
All 3 of them admitted that they had feelings for me. One admitted they had feelings for me when he got on a plane to go out of the country. One admitted feelings for me when he was about to graduate and I was still going to be in school. And then one admitted his feelings to me after like I didn't like Mexicans anymore. I had my first black man. And I just like, look, I can't go back to you. He was small, little, first black man I had. He was a all-star for the McDonald's game. Like that was a man. You feel me? First man I ever had. You feel me? Shout out to you. But yeah, I was just like, I can't go back to no Mexican after this, especially no little one.
Yikes.
But yeah, I think, and I definitely think it has a lot to do with just my authentic self. Like I'm always my authentic self. I don't feel like a person should lie. Like, always just tell the truth, be truthful, you know what I mean? And then I am really funny. So, like, I can see how every single one of them was in love with me. And y'all probably still are, and that's okay. Because I'll take you back. I will. As a friend, though, like, friend basis.
I have a strict, like, friend zone thing with women. Like, if I friend zone you, that doesn't matter what you say.
You're not getting out of it.
We're never fucking, like, that's never happening.
Yeah, same. You can literally, like, take me on as ever many dates. We're friends.
Yeah,
I made this very clear.
Friend zones.
I will pay my check if you really want me to. I'm not tripping. We're friends.
Yeah.
Like, calm down.
Yeah, we're not doing none of that.
Yeah, and I think it's just like you have to know when not to cross the line with some people.
Yeah,
like,
facts. Because, like, sometimes, well, I've had situations where I cross the line. It's like you can never go back.
Yeah.
Like, y'all were cool as fuck. Y'all fucked a couple of times. Now she like you and shit, and you just like, why can't we just
really
like?
Wasn't that great?
Why can't we just kick it like we used to?
Yeah, but like a lot of people don't understand, like having sex, like that creates a lot of emotional ties.
Not for me. I think that's a woman thing.
What?
I think that's a woman thing.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's a guy thing.
I actually do.
I don't think it's a confident guy's thing.
Do you say I go after insecure men?
I don't think, because like,
I probably do. Whoa, hold on. Let's read that. I probably do, just because I'm so secure in myself. I probably do. Like, undoubtedly.
like like any relationship, any person I've dealt with, like I've always had the mindset, if this doesn't work, I'll just get back out there and figure it out.
Oh yeah, of course.
I've never been like, coochie's never made me attached to a chick. Like, it's coochie. Cool.
Oh, facts. Yeah, no, for sure. I think there's always, me personally, like, shit. What one nigga won't do, another one will. Same with a bitch. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're not happy, move on. That's why I don't believe in cheating.
Yeah, cheating's hard, man. I cheated.
Damn, I just brought it up. I brought it up. Didn't I? You already know where I'm going with this.
I do. I've only cheated one time, but it was like a mutual cheating. We both kind of were like,
tit for tat.
why are we really even doing this? We live in the same place, but like, why are we doing this? Type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
So you had an open relationship.
No, we were together, but it was like we were like together but not together, but we lived together. So like when I was at work, I was fucking somebody. When she was at work, like when I was at work, she was fucking somebody. When I was at work, I was fucking somebody, and we would cross paths every once in a while. But yeah, it was really fun. It was like one of the funnest times of my life. I cheated a lot.
On her though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was your one-time cheating.
That was technically. I was an asshole before the age of 27. Okay, I've apologized to many.
I hear that a lot.
I have apologized to everybody. I was the guy who would have the chick come pick him up and drop him off at the other chick's place, and then come pick him up afterwards, type shit.
Lord, if I had pearls, I would clutch them.
Yeah, like, yeah, just drop me off this Jack in the Box. Yeah.
I'm walking down the street.
Yeah, come get me in an hour or two.
Oh Lord! Wow.
Yeah, that's before 27, Calvin. I'm reformed. I put up my jerseys up there in the rafters now. I'm good to go now.
So you're not a hoe no more?
Nope. Retired.
Okay.
Retired. I did retire also in 2016, but I did come out of retirement for like my Jordan 4 or 5 jersey kind of shit. Like I came back out of retirement, did the 3-peat again, and then I retired again.
Okay.
And then I came back to cheating. No, then I came back to being a hoe. You know, Jordan had that one Wizards year. That was kind of like my last year.
Yeah.
Before
where everybody kind of knew he was, halfway out.
Yeah.
But he was still
like I cared,
goated.
but like I cared, but like I was fucking multiple women type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that is exactly how my like last relationship went. After being out of that relationship and finding out like I was cheated on the whole time, like there was not one day where I was just me.
Did y'all live together?
No, we didn't live together.
That's how you get it off.
Yeah. So I realized that, and you know, he's even having children. We talked about children. You know what I mean? We had those talks, and he used to say things like, "Oh, I'm infertile. I smoke too much weed," like all this stuff. And it wasn't like on some like, "Oh, I want to have a baby. Let's have a baby." And he didn't want to give me a baby. It was like, let's have a conversation about our future, and kids would come up, and it would always be, "No, I just don't think it's something that's gonna happen." And I was genuinely okay with that because I don't genuinely want kids. But if my partner wants kids and wants a family, I definitely want to be able to.
I think you could be a family without kids.
Compromise. Yeah, for sure. Because I have 2 dogs right now, and they're very expensive. Those cost about $3,000 a year, so that's $6,000, you know, for both. So, what, $23,000 a year for a kid?
I wouldn't know. I don't even crunch those kind of numbers. I don't even think about that. I don't even go through the baby aisle in stores type shit.
That's like, where that's what they have the best rash cream.
I literally, I will be walking down an aisle, and if I start to, like, if I need to turn somewhere and the aisle is the baby aisle, I'll go all the way around.
Wow. And that, like,
I don't want kids. This world is nuts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't want my kid to get catfished in 2038.
Okay, there's like a lot of bigger things bigger things than being catfished. Like catfishing is bad. Granted.
I'm gonna tell you a story about a catfish. This shit happened in what's the country starts with A? Australia. This dude who was actually a girl had been catfishing this girl for like 4 or 5 years. Right? She falls in love with this dude. Turns out the person catfishing her is her friend. Right? She's been talking to her friend this whole time, and then her friend's been the person who's like, "You can't date nobody else. Like, you got to focus on this guy. He's the one for you," type shit, right? And then it started to kind of like come a little closer into like figuring out it was her. Yeah. So old girl killed herself.
In real life?
In real life. In real life, because the fake person who was her friend, the girl, broke up with her because her friend couldn't keep up the facade anymore. So she killed herself because the fake person, so she never, all alive, realized that who she was talking to
was her best friend.
Was the best friend.
Yeah, her best friend made her kill herself.
Yep.
She broke up with her.
Mm-hmm. And get this, best friend got off. Because catfishing is not illegal.
Illegal. God damn. Yeah. And technically, baby, can't nobody make you kill yourself.
Yeah, but still.
There's consequences. In the court of public opinion.
It's tough out.
That's crazy.
And then they did even like the little after story for her. Like, she's married with kids now. Like, yeah, they couldn't do anything. They were like, we couldn't even do anything. And she left a letter to the guy in her car before she committed the suicide. Like I love you. I can't take this kind of shit. I was like, that is crazy.
That's some hardcore. Dang, that's some hardcore.
And there's still to this day, like, there's no law in place to protect it. The only thing is, and this is, I guess, I don't know if this is across the board, but it's only illegal if there's money involved.
Yeah, because it's theft. Mm-hmm. Theft by deception. Mm-hmm. Trust me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, that's nuts.
It's legally called theft by deception.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, it's technically fraud. You're being somebody who, I feel like that's what they should be charged with, identity fraud. You know how many, apparently, like I said earlier, I would never have an OnlyFans, but apparently I have an OnlyFans. And a lot of people have bought the content and realized,
it's not you. That's
not Karene. Where is the tattoos? Like, where is the curly hair? This girl's skinny. You know what I mean? There's Instagrams, Facebooks I've been blocked from that use, and let me just say, I never thought I was the baddest bitch. But to have my pictures used as a catfish, low-key, I'm honored. Truly. But get a thick bitch on that OnlyFans, please. At least. Get one thick bitch. Have her have like maybe 2 tattoos. It don't gotta be a lot. But like, damn, make it resemble me. Give me a good name. Shit. My hair with a weak ass OnlyFans I don't even know about, and I'm not even making money off that bitch.
Again, we got to talk about those women who started OnlyFans and that shit didn't go.
Oh, you're right. You're right. And the crazy part about it is a lot of these OnlyFans are now like getting on podcasts to promote their OnlyFans.
I kid you not. I think it was Pornhub. I was on Pornhub one time and they had a podcast on Pornhub. Like it was a podcast with 2 porn stars. And that was the video. There was no fucking. It was just
that's boring.
No, it was literally just them sitting with each other and talking.
I thought they were
about
like
scenes.
I thought they were like
No.
gonna like bust out in action.
No. Podcast on Pornhub.
Bring it back.
This shit is nuts.
Crazy. Why you waste these people time like that? And I bet they got paid off that hoe too. But yeah, a lot of people like they get on a lot of different podcasts, and I will say a lot of the men that like run these podcasts are getting them on there to humiliate them. Like for sure. A lot of men are starting to like put these women in their place. And I think it's just kind of fucked up to invite someone to a platform and then criticize them and then try to ridicule them and make them look bad on camera. When a lot of these girls, at the end of the day, they could probably be really, really good people. You know what I mean? They could be taking care of their abuela. There's a lot of reasons to have an OnlyFans. You know what I mean? But like a lot of these, some of them do be a little clueless. I'm not going to lie.
A lot of them.
A lot of them do be a little clueless. But at the same time, it's just like, are you better or are you going to stoop to their level? You know what I mean? That's really where you got to make it seem like that dude. I'm not sure the name of it, but it's on the No Jumper
I don't watch.
podcast. It's another podcast.
I don't watch Adam.
And he generally, I think his name is Sharp. He generally, every episode, he's arguing with a female. Whether it be OnlyFans, a businesswoman, a woman of high stature. But it's just like, I don't know. It's like a lot of these men get them on these podcasts and like kind of make them look really more stupid than they are.
That's why I am a big advocate. Like, there's actually a very, I don't know the word I'm trying to use, but I'll figure it out later. There's a clear reason why majority of my guests are women, and it's the opposite of what people think. Because I don't argue with anybody. I just we literally just have a conversation. Like, I can disagree with you, I can agree with you. You're gonna get the same tone. It doesn't matter. But it's because a lot of the dudes who do want to come on the pod want a women bash. Yeah. And I don't want to sit across another dude to talk about women and bash them. Like, I like women. Like, we're
pretty fucking cool.
I actually like them. Like, my team is women. Like,
especially
I have a team.
Black women. Like, shout out. I do this on every podcast I be on. Shout out to Black women because, you know, we really show up. We show up for people. We help people even when we are at our worst.
Black women get shit done, bro.
Absolutely, absolutely. We gonna get some shit done. We gonna get out in that field, baby. You don't gotta worry about it.
Facts.
But
yeah, I mean, I agree with you in a sense of like, why are you coming on this pod and you've seen the pod before? Like, you know what time it is. You know what it's about to be, and it's a give and take, I guess is the better phrase. Like, you're going on there because you want to be on your Instagram saying, I'm on this podcast with such and such, and then cry on the podcast because such and such is being such and such. Like, you know such and such. You know
who they are. You know what's at hand kind of thing.
I'm pretty sure these women are not coming on this podcast out of the blue. I'm pretty sure these podcasters are not driving down the street. You want a podcast? Yeah. Come on.
For sure.
Like, you know what you're doing. You know what you're getting into. A lot of them have
following. Like, they asked to be on the podcast. They genuinely have a following. But I think what the issue with that group of women is a lot of the times they want to, knowing who those people are, they still want to get on the podcast and try to like prove them wrong or try to seem smarter or put that person in that place. That's always putting people in their place. But it's just like, if you know like you said, if you know the energy is negative, you know the space isn't safe, why would you walk into it knowingly, you know, to be berated? But at the same time, what Offset say? Do anything for clout. Bitches and niggas do anything for clout. Anything. Like that dude on that TikTok, I realized how really crazy these videos and views is, that boy was sitting in that hot ass car showing that chocolate bunny, and then the next scene is he talking about, I'm the Easter bunny, I'm the Easter bunny. He's covered in chocolate, sitting in his car.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like a little, it's a little, I keep seeing it and I'm like, bro, there's so, you know me, I personally feel like there's so many other real world issues that we have to deal with, and like people are making like these endless dumb videos. I feel like as far as podcasts, it's definitely a great way to have a conversation.
If that's what you're doing it for.
Yeah, if that's what you're doing it for. We as human beings, we are ever evolving, and we need to be able to understand each other and comprehend each other and have a conversation. So that's something that's needed within society. You know what I mean? Whether it be talking about relationships, they talk about, you know, I don't know, like
life, yo.
Life, you know what I mean? Your taxes, you know, we have to have a conversation. The more we talk, the more we know. You know, when you if you on game, put somebody else on game. And they may give you some game.
And that's what I try to do for other podcasters. But podcasters are arrogant as fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, because when I start, like, I'm from the radio world, right? Like, outside of culinary stuff and cooking and being a chef, like, I'm from the radio world. Like, that was my ideal profession. And I know tons of radio people. When I wanted to start my podcast, I was like, I need help, guys. Y'all are on the radio every fucking morning. What do I need? Oh, we don't know anything about that. Cool. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So I've always tried to be that person for like new podcasters, but they get an ideal in their head and they don't become consistent with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, during the pandemic, I can name 20 podcasts that just popped up, like local around here, that popped up, that did 5 episodes and was like, oh, this is work. Like, I got to do work. Like, I got to actually edit this shit. Like, I can't just come in and flip on an on switch and talk. Like, that's not how this works. No.
No, baby.
No. And even with equipment, it took me multiple times purchasing different equipment to figure this shit out. Like, I have probably like in storage like $5-6 grand worth of equipment that I can't use because it doesn't work with my shit.
Yeah.
Right. But you have to go through that. A lot of times podcasters just really want to do the bare minimum and hope everyone supports them.
Yeah.
But
and hope they pop off.
Yeah.
Hope something goes viral.
Yeah.
I've been told that like a few podcasts, like, we're going to try to go viral, say things, you know what I mean? But then like, you're not being your genuine, authentic self. You know
People see right through, another thing about that shit. People see right through all of that shit.
Yeah,
like, I don't know, you can't fake chemistry. Yeah. Like, you can't fake it. Like, I don't care how funny you or charismatic you think you are. Like, you can't fake chemistry.
And you can't fake a conversation. You
can't.
You can talk all day long, right? But if you're not saying anything of substance, like, what are you really talking about? Like, I've had that realization with friends, families, and I'm just kind of sitting like, what's the conversation? Like, where are we going with this? Like, what's really tea? Because I don't see how you or me or anyone around us is really benefiting from this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing. That's why, another reason why I don't support podcasts is like bashing each other or getting on a podcast and necessarily bashing a certain ex.
I bash exes.
I said bash a certain ex.
I bash exes on this.
That's not what I meant. That's how you know that's not what I meant. Y'all know I bash ex. Fuck that nigga. I don't give a fuck. Short bus man.
Oh.
At the same time, what I meant to say is that I don't bash the opposite sex. When I speak about men on podcasts, I generally talk about how I want to be treated, or my past experiences, or what I feel like I could do, or what I do to bring to the table. You know what I mean? I personally, as a woman, I don't feel that I could tell a man how to be a man, and a man cannot tell a woman how to be a woman. Now, we both necessarily need each other, and this whole concept of 50-50 has always been in the sense of like, who's pulling weight in the relationship. But as a human being, you should be pulling your own weight, 250, 300 pounds, 180, pull your weight. You know what I mean?
Do something to do something.
Do something, do something. But at the same time, you know what I mean? If y'all have this mindset of 50-50, neither one of you are being 100% yourself. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure who it was I can't remember her name, but she got on the Breakfast Club and she was just talking about how majority of black people, they don't live up to their full potential. You know what I mean? So even in the household, if you're only bringing in 50% of what you could do, where's that other 50%? You know what I mean? Where's that skill set that could bring that out of you and bring it in? So if you doing 100% as a sustainable human being and your partner's doing 100% as a sustainable human being, you don't got 50-50. You really got 200. You know what I mean? And if you going over the percentage of what things cost, you can get shit 2-3 times over. You know what I mean? Let's start a business, start doing stuff. People have to really get out of this concept of old day and age social and gender norms. It's a new day, it's a new age. Social and gender norms are supposed to, because it's a social construct of our society in that time, it's supposed to change. It's supposed to be new. Things are supposed to be relevant. And if not, that's why people say, oh, you want a traditional or you're stuck in the old ways, which it is. You know what I mean? It's a new day and age. You got to catch up.
We don't talk about enough, and I'm not going to talk about it just now, but like what traditional actually looks like.
Dope facts.
Like we don't really even talk about that. We just talk about the money aspect of it. But again, I don't want to talk about that because it's old. I don't want to talk about that. But like, you did bring up something that's, I feel like, a super valid point, and it's our community. Like, we don't work with each other.
Right.
Like, you can walk up to, a relatively close friend, if you're in our community, and be like, hey, I'm going to start a business. Oh, cool. That's all you'll hear from it. Mm-hmm. White dude goes up to his white friend. I'm going to start a business. You need help? Like, you need any investment? Do you need... So I got some ideas too, bro. Do you want to do this together? Like, do you want to? But our mentality is like, mine's is better than hers, or his is better than his, hers is better than hers. I got the best weave in the city. I do the best nails. I got the best merch. I got the best this. I got the best that. Versus us saying like, hey, why don't all 10 of us who do hair, like, let's get a studio. Mm-hmm. Let's get a shop. Hey, let's all do building. We do nails. Like, why don't we all collab? Why don't we all 20 put in what we can put in, and let's have a foundation.
Hey, man, that's literally always been my goal. Since I was 17, one of the biggest things I wanted to do was have a one-stop shop in the east side of Austin. And what I mean by one-stop shop is, you have your beauticians, you got male, female hair, you got your nails, you got somebody doing makeup. You got somebody, taking pictures in the background. You got somebody making things for, parties. I always wanted a one-stop shop, boutique, hair, hair supply store, nail supply store. I always wanted that. But for that, either have to have big money or big supporters or people who are willing to do the same thing. So currently right now, I'm planning on putting myself through cosmetology school to get my certifications through nails. Even though I'm self-taught and I do my own nails already, I definitely think it's good to always keep learning. I'm going to be taking clients very soon, but I'm still wanting to put money into my knowledge and learning stuff, not just off of either YouTube or seeing someone else do it. And I want to be able to open a shop in Austin with all the black artists. There's so many, there's Kept by Kai, there's Keela, there's Imani, there's Mariah. There's a lot of people who are so badass at nails, and they're genuine females that will bring business. And it ain't nothing about she does nails better than me. Her charms are better than me. Her cuticle work is going crazy. Her nails last longer. It's like we all making money at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because if a client come in at our shop and somebody busy, shit, we all go off. Let her, she'll help you out a little bit. She'll do you right. Everybody get money. Well, that's what we have to understand. No industry is oversaturated.
Facts. Like
it's oversaturated in hate and jealousy.
There's enough for everybody.
There's money for everybody. There's money for everybody.
And I say that for podcasters too. Like, again, there's a level of arrogancy that, like, because even when I started, I was super open to any feedback. You tell me whatever the fuck, whatever questions I have that you can answer, please and thank you. When I started the podcast, which was in 2019, this wasn't my first pod. I had one before this, but the pandemic kind of just went crazy towards the middle of 2019, and I had to scratch all that shit. So I restarted everything. I bought brand new equipment. I went through the motions, right? Even my first 30 episodes of the podcast, there's no video. It's only audio. Audio only. And it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but it's looping photos. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then like, because I've been listening to pods for well over a decade. Like Joe Budden, I've been listening to him. Charlamagne and Andrew Schultz, I've been listening to them for over a decade. When I started the pod, the first thing I did is I went back to their first episodes. And I compared my first episodes to their first episodes. I didn't go to their most recent episode 500 or whatever and then try to compare.
With Lil Baby and shit. Like, we not there yet, dog.
Yeah, like I didn't go trying to compare that. And I think a lot of podcasters come into this as like, all right, what they're doing right now is what I should be doing. Well, if you look, Joe Budden's podcast didn't have video for the first 60 episodes. You know what I mean? Now he has one of the biggest podcasts out there, right? Bringing in millions of dollars. And his first 60 episodes are literally just audio. People try to jump out there so fast. Like if I give any podcaster advice, focus on audio. Like once you get audio down, then make it the aesthetic. Like make sure your audio is as crisp as fucking possible. Make sure you own your audio, because another thing about podcasting, if you post your podcast strictly on, I guess, Instagram, Facebook, they're the same thing now. Like strictly on Facebook and Instagram and like YouTube, you aren't going to get paid anything off of YouTube until you've reached 10,000 listens, I think, or 10,000 views at some point. And you don't own the rights to any of your shit on Facebook or Instagram. You signed for it when you made the account when you were 12.
Accept in terms and conditions. When Mark be sending out new terms and conditions, you be like, get out of my way, except.
You don't own that shit.
You don't own shit. You really don't own shit on the internet. Like, anything, you really don't own shit. Like, you don't.
So I always encourage people to have their own audio, because what audio allows you to do is it allows you to go through 5 times the different platforms. Like, my podcast is on, I think, 16 podcast platforms. So Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, Apple Music, Google Podcasts,
anywhere, baby.
Literally anywhere. You know, I think we're in like 30 countries at this point.
Hey, that's really lit.
Like, you want that audio. I get paid off my audio. And I have 0 ads. Like 0. More people listen to the pod on streaming than they do YouTube. Right. There's only like 100, maybe 100 to 150 people who consistently watch the YouTube, which is great. My shorts do fire, like 500, 600 views for my shorts, and then anywhere from 100 to 400 views on the long videos. Right.
Which is really good.
The only reason I do that is because those 100 people that were like, Calvin, we want to like see a visual pod. And I'm like, I really didn't want to do that, but I was like, hey, if that's what y'all want, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it make sense for you guys. So yeah, I encourage like any person who wants to start a podcast, focus on the audio. I know you want to be seen. I know you want to be fresh. I know you want to have pictures and stuff like that. I get it. I was the same way. I wanted to jump out and just do it. Focus on the audio. The audio is going to be what makes you money if you are going to make money in podcasting. Not saying everyone does, but the audio is going to be what gets it done for you.
Not everyone can be a social influencer and get money off of it, and it is okay. It's okay. It is okay. You do not have to keep monetizing your Facebook and your stuff, like, and boast about your 80-cent check. Like, it's okay. Do you. Be authentically you.
Do what you love.
Do what you want to do. And I feel like, to bounce off of what you said, how a lot of podcasters compare their podcast to now up and running podcast. That's why everybody's having the same fucking conversation. Yeah. We all talking about the same shit. Yeah. Well, not, I'm always fresh. You feel me? But y'all always talking about the same stuff. It's just
regurgitated stuff. It's like, that's why
I'm tired of the 50-50. I'm tired of men versus women. I'm tired of social and gender norms. Like, we're tired of the same conversation. We've been having the same conversation about 4 or 5 years now. Should this not be a concept that everybody understands now? I'm confused.
Date someone who likes you. Like,
that's it. That is it. Date someone who likes you. Make sure you're willing to compromise. Make sure you're not a dirty person. You know, you can't be out here calling the pot the. You can't be out here calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
When you the pot or some shit like
Yeah,
that. But you know what I mean. Like we gotta stop being hypocrites. You know what I mean. I made a post.
Like you be on they be on the internet going crazy, paragraphs after paragraphs laid up with they nigga who just took them to Cheesecake Factory last weekend. But now on the internet, Cheesecake Factory, gross.
Shit, baby,
I would never.
I'm gonna go ham on some lasagna. Let me just let that be known. Cheesecake Factory, first place I tried applesauce.
What?
I know, right? It's
like,
so
why would you go over there? And, like, why would you order that? Like, you saw it on the menu.
I was
and
a
was like,
child.
Oh,
I was a child. What do you mean? It was the first place I tried applesauce.
I thought you meant like as an adult.
No, in life. Like, it was the first time I tried applesauce.
What can I get you? Can I get the applesauce? Like, what the fuck?
I definitely have like a lot of applesauce in my cabinet though right now. Like that's something I do keep on stock. But it was the first place I tried applesauce. But yeah, like even the other day, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you saw that I posted. You know, I really hate when people get on the internet and they try to portray these personalities or these traits or morals that they don't obtain or possess. And I be knowing y'all in real life.
That's facts.
I know exactly who you are in real life.
Yeah, that ain't you.
I know that you fucked your friend, baby daddy. I know that you stole money out of your mama purse. I know a lot of this shit about y'all. And then y'all get on this internet and act like you're just some holier than thou. You got to get away from everybody because everybody's evil. Baby, like I said earlier, I'm so glad I'm 100% genuinely authentic myself on and off a podcast, video, around. You can keep me around your nigga. I'm not finna be weird. Like, I'm acceptable around your family. Generally, I know how to act. You feel me? But like, I just, it just blows me. It really does. Like seeing that kind of shit that people act like we didn't grow up together. Like, act like we didn't go to Pecan Springs together. Like, I know who you are. I know that you have dyslexia. So you talking about wanting to make somebody else do a spelling bee is laughable because you barely just got there yourself. So it's just so much that, like, people get on the internet and they try to fake the funk, and it's unnecessary. That's why when you fake the funk and you get exposed for who you really are, y'all be deleting y'all shit. Y'all delete y'all whole Facebook because it's like, oh my God, everybody knows that I've been faking the funk. We been knew that. We just didn't say nothing.
I had posted something the other day, and my homegirl commented on it. What did it say? It was like, I think it was like a post that said, like, I deserve love. And I was like, some of y'all are evil. Like, what do you mean deserve?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Some women and evil. Men, you know what I mean?
Men and women, you all are evil. What do you mean you deserve?
People.
What do you mean you deserve love, bro? You're horrible to people.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day you do something
like
bad to somebody else.
Every day and you do some horrible shit.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, why can't I find my soulmate? Your soulmate's in hell, bro. Like, you're evil. You're evil.
Your soulmate is a disciple of Hades. He's not coming
evil.
Up here.
Until you start hurting people and treating people wrong, you're not going to find what you're looking for,
And the crazy thing
bro.
is, people think that it's in one category. You know what I mean? If you treat your family wrong, you know what I mean? Oh, that's just my family. If I treat my friends wrong, that's just my friends. If I treat my significant other wrong, that's just my significant other wrong. We are all connected in every way.
Treat people how you want to be treated, man.
The golden fucking rule. We learned that when we was kids. I don't know about y'all. But Blackshear, Pecan Springs, and Blue Bonnet Elementary, I went to a lot. Yeah, my mama had us moving around, all kind of stuff. We was all over Austin, everywhere except the West Side, because that's where the rich people were at. We just wasn't rich, you feel me? Also, 35 divided, whites and blacks, so we just couldn't jump over there. Anyways, it's just always being about your authentic self, so that way you know what you can perceive, and if you're a genuinely good person to everyone around you, let me tell you, look, shit's coming your way. Karma, universe, like, if you put out what you want back in, and that has to do with every relationship, everything, like whether it's work, whether it's, doing podcasts or, a relationship, like what you put out is what you get in. And when you're manipulative, conniving, sneaky, that is only going to come back to bite you in the ass. Because, baby, let me tell you, everything that's done in the dark is every bit of gonna be in that light every time, no matter how hard you try to hide it, no matter, you know, how much you've changed. Everything that you've done in your life is always gonna come to the light, because I know it does for me. And I have to sit there, just like we were talking about earlier. You say you, in some of the early podcasts, you don't agree with yourself. In a lot of shit that I've done in my early years on, I don't agree with none of the shit I did. Like, bitch, you was trash as fuck for that. Yeah. And I own that. And that, I feel like that's what does separate me from most people. I'ma always own my shit. I ain't never gonna lie on myself. I'm never gonna lie on my pussy, like no shit like that. I hate bitches who do that. But I'ma always be truthful, like, because I feel like growing up, my mama used to be like, I hate liars, I hate liars, I hate liars, I hate liars. But she used to lie to us every day.
Goddamn.
You know what I mean? I love you, mama, but she used to lie to us every day. About little shit, like you were a compulsive liar, just like our daddy. Like that's probably why y'all got along so well in the beginning. But at the same time, like it kind of got me in a sense of like growing up, like I can't lie.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Even if I do lie, she might find out and it's going to be worse for me because I lied. So I've taught myself, really my mama taught me, but I just don't like lying. Like I would rather be 100% with everyone so everyone knows what they're getting into with every aspect, whether it be friendship, relationship.
That's just what I call doing good business.
Yeah.
Like, just be like, I'm not the greatest of people in the world. Like I have done people wrong. Like that's just a fact. And I'm openly willing to speak about it and see where, and I can also see where I did some fucked up shit, and I can see where I did some really dope shit, and I'm somewhere in the middle. But
work in progress, baby. We ain't 100%. We like 75.
Yeah. Like, but it takes growth. It takes time. Like I can tell you, like, for at least me, for podcasting, like a lot of people that I fuck with heavy right now, I met because of the podcast. Like we would have never clicked up or talked or had a conversation if I didn't have this podcast.
Right.
And like I'm grateful for all those people. Like even Bree, like we worked together. I love that baby. Like what is it? What's 2020? We worked together 10 years ago, and I didn't know that. Like I knew it, but I had forgot. Her aunt is a close friend of mine.
Oh, that's crazy.
Rox is my homie.
Oh, okay. That's
we
funny.
worked together for years.
Yeah.
And I was like in a manager position when me and Bree worked together, but like I completely forgot about that aspect. And I was like, damn, like her first episode on was a long time ago. I don't remember when it was. But she came on and she was like, we worked together. I was like, fuck, word? That's crazy. Like we've been Facebook friends for like 15 years. We worked together 7 years ago. I completely forgot about that. And she's been on, I want to say 6 or 7 times at this point. Yeah, she came on at the old place. Like I had my whole wall was covered full of shit,
art
like,
and stuff,
bunch of shit, and and the setup was completely different. It was all different. It didn't look like this. So like progress, evolution, growth, like that's a part of the process.
Every part of the process. You got to feel it all. You got to allow it to all come, because definitely change, success, and development, none of those 3 words happen overnight.
Absolutely.
Nothing's happening overnight. Let's be honest. Like, absolutely. I definitely understand like the viral internet sensations that, you know, I feel like that's probably like the one once in a lifetime. You know?
I've been viral 4 times. Like millions and millions of views.
But you know what I mean though? Like instantly become a sensation and it's on top all the time and never like, you know what I mean? Like Funny Marco. You know what I mean? Funny Marco had put out how many episodes before he even got any traction for real? He did his work and dedication, and now Funny Marco being dapped up, but he's sitting at award shows, he's sitting in the sideline of games. You know what I mean? Some of his early episodes only had like 4 or 5 viewers, you know what I mean? Because
my first ever episode to this day has 5 views.
Even the one from you?
The first episode I ever did, and this is just on YouTube. I think there's like I don't know the number for the streaming, but I know on YouTube right now, the first episode of this podcast has 5 views right now.
Oh. OG shit.
It's like, but it's okay because like I didn't get into this for the views. Like I think people forget the aspect of liking to do something. Like,
Yeah.
I do this because this is fucking fun.
Yeah, it really is. This is
I-
a pod weekend for me. This is my first of like 3 podcasts this weekend.
Well, you can have them collaborate with me.
Yeah, I actually did mention them to you. So you're out of your mind podcast. You are out of your mind. I did mention like, hey, I have a friend. I've been on his podcast, the Can We Talk podcast. His name's Calvin. He's really experienced. I already told him like he's mad experienced with his setup and things of like that. His audio's on key because we use those little lapel mics, and it was like 6 of us, and we had 2 of them. Like I said, my voice carries and is well, you know what I mean? But some of the people who had the mics, they didn't necessarily make as much commentary.
What was the premise? Like, this is the first one?
It was the very first episode. We did it like a week ago. It just came out. It's on YouTube. We talk mainly about like relationships, gender norms, like expectations, just kind of general podcasts, you know, when you don't have much to talk about kind of thing, when you don't have multiple people like on a constant basis, you know what I mean? Now the one we're gonna do tomorrow, it's gonna be me reoccurring and someone else reoccurring, you know what I mean? So that way we can kind of get it building up to be more like touch more people. He told me I was a hot commodity, so. But even with what you're saying about, you know, your first episode getting 5 views, I just looked at our episode because I promoted that episode before I'm going to promote this one. And that had like 433 views. So like that's a long way. You know what I mean? That's a lot of people watching and paying attention. I had multiple people from that first episode just hit me up like, oh my God, you were so funny. I love this. It was so real and genuine. And I'm like, yeah, that's because I am. You feel me? I am. We don't have to fake the funk over here. Everybody love it over here. I'm really my mama's favorite child.
Yikes.
Yeah. It's okay though. She don't want to admit it, but like I'm her best friend, which is great for her, you know?
Great for her.
Yeah. Not so much for me.
No, tell them tap in. Like I know a lot of the space. Like even I know other podcasters in other cities. I've done other pods in other cities. Like I've even brought this pod to other cities.
Yeah, I've seen that.
We did 3 episodes. No, we did 2 episodes in Dallas. We did an episode in San Antonio. We were supposed to do an episode or 2 in Houston, but let me tell you about Houston, bro. Like, I thought it was going to be the smartest idea to stay at the Galleria, right? I thought that was going to be the smartest idea to get what I needed done, right? I'm like, I'm downtown. Majority of the food places I want to go are within 4 miles there. It's like 30 years, but like it's close enough to where if we do go somewhere, I'll just leave the fucking car at the fucking hotel and we'll just lift everywhere. Yeah. Right. And then like just trying to get and coordinate with people
where to meet.
Because everyone lives somewhere
far.
Like somewhere in Houston, but like, yeah, I'm on the south side, or I'm on the north side. And you do the Google Maps shit, and this shit
45 minutes.
This shit look like this.
Yeah, that shit long. I hate Houston. Oh my God, I hate that shit.
I was like, there is no way I could logistically get this done. Like, this is gonna have to be like a 5 to 6 day process where I get a Airbnb somewhere in the suburbs and y'all just all pull the fuck up. Yeah. Versus trying to do it in the hotel. Because we've done the one in San Antonio we did in the hotel, the 2 in Dallas we did in the Airbnb. But like to coordinate that shit was a nightmare. I was like, I can't do this. I was so stressed out. I was
Houston's so big, and that's why I don't want to move there.
I used to live there.
It seems fun.
I lived there for a year.
If I ever get another chance to go and actually have a fun time, I just recently went to Houston. It was partially fun.
When I went, it rained the whole time, there and back. Like from the start of leaving, it rained heavily all the way till we got to Houston, and it rained that same way the whole time.
It's always humid in Houston. I can never wear a silk press out there.
If I stayed living in Houston, I would for sure be a father of 6 with 5 baby moms for sure. If I stayed living there, I for sure would have some children.
Were you a Rolling Stone?
No, the women out there are beautiful.
No, facts.
Like, like next level. Like,
they really are.
Everywhere. Just out. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, and the crazy part about it is that one kid that you have with her is probably just one of like 8.
Hey, listen. I would have had 6 kids, 5 baby mamas. I would have settled down with the 5th one for sure.
I thought niggas love their second baby mama. Hold on. Wait, I thought it was number 2 that they
whoever
really
has
love.
the most kids is the one that do
Really?
this. Yeah.
Oh.
If he has 4 baby mamas and one of them has 2 kids, that's
you
the one.
Right. Mm-hmm. Because you nutted in that twice.
Yep.
You really wanted that.
You ran it back.
You ran it back.
No, but yeah. Tell them to
stay
tap
away
in.
from baby daddies now. Baby daddies give me the ick. I was with somebody last night. And he's somebody new. Let me not lie. He's not new. He's someone who's always been in my messages. We have like talked back in the past, but I was back and forth with my ex, so it didn't really work. But yeah, we were supposed to chill last night. I stopped working, Mrs. Money that, chill with dude. whatever. His baby mama called talking about, I ran out of gas. I'm like, y'all together? And you ran out of gas? He your only nigga? Ain't no way. He even know that he playing his role right now. You know what I mean? With me. So the fact that you his only nigga, you talk about, it's because he has my kid. Nah, that's your only nigga? So, but me being a good person, you know what I mean? I told him like, yo, whatever, it's going to be an argument. You complaining about answering the phone because she going to argue with you. Make sure she's straight. Regardless, make sure the bitch straight. You know what I mean?
Call 888.
He did everything in his power to not have to leave and go help that girl, but like nobody was pulling through for him. Like he had to go help her. I was like, I'll fuck with you. And then when like he's on the way to her, we find out she really wasn't out of gas, really wasn't stranded. She just ended up somewhere else and wanted him to come and rescue her. And I stopped him from putting his nose in my cat so she could do that for her. You know what I mean? I promise you, if I'm ever dealing with your baby daddy, you don't ever have to worry about me. I'm gonna make sure that nigga do right by you and them kids before he do right by me. You don't think I wanted my coochie sniff last night? It didn't happen because you had to get some gas. So I'm really a girl's girl. Regardless, let's be for real, I'm a girl's girl.
I don't know if I can do the BD thing, like unless it's outside of like some fun shit. Like I don't think I'm. Nah.
Yeah.
I don't like dealing with niggas as it is.
I had a scare and dude thought it was funny. He's smiling. Oh, you would have to stop smoking. Stop. What? Fuck. I don't want to do this shit.
Yikes.
Nah, for real. He thought it was funny. And I was like, nah, I don't see how shit is funny. I would not laugh at that. That's a threat on my life. I could die. And let's just mention, because I'm always real, Black women die at a disproportionate rate during childbirth due to any other race, due to malpractice, due to incompetence, and due to the fact that even though Black women, we know we're strong, we may have a high pain tolerance, y'all as medical professionals have absolutely no right to tell us what is too much, what we can't handle, or if our pain should be validated or not. So that's another big reason I'm scared to have a child.
I'm just scared of all the work, man. Like
it's really not that much work.
I like to do shit when I want to do shit.
That's one part of it. But let's be honest, as far as raising a child, it's really raising a good person. If you're a good person, it's not that much work. Now, if you're a shitty ass bitch trying to raise this child
Goddamn.
to be a good person, that's gonna be a uphill battle for you, bitch. You probably didn't have no daddy. Your mama probably animosity. You probably got a lot of issues going on. You raising that child by yourself, that's an uphill battle. For sure. But if you're a good person, if you like, let's say for instance, like me, grew up babysitting your cousin's kids, babysitting all the time. I spent a whole 4 summers with my other cousin babysitting our younger cousins, nieces and nephews. My oldest niece, my freshman year in high school, I didn't do shit. I was in the house every day with that little girl. Every day. So when you're a good person and you know the rights and the ins and out of taking care of a child, I don't feel like it's the hardest job in the world. Is it hard when you're doing that shit by yourself and you ain't got no help and you don't, for sure, of course. But if...
I'm on Calvin time, not on anybody else's time.
No, for sure.
I like to move when I want to move.
Unfortunately, I have dogs, so...
Zero restrictions. No restrictions,
I'm still
please.
restricted somewhat, with my dogs.
No restrictions.
But I feel like if you're a good person, parenthood should be a breeze, replicating.
And then again, I want my child to be tall. Like, whether it's a boy or a girl.
Are you short discriminating right now?
I just think life is a little easier when you're taller than 6 feet. I think. I mean, in regards to especially guys, because these women are tough out here.
As a 5'5.5" woman.
Like the visor, does the sun hit you when you're like driving? Because the visor not low enough?
My visors don't work. They really don't. I be having to go like this, like while I'm driving, or like say the sun's like coming this way. I'm like here in the middle, like driving, trying to get my eye out of the sun. A lot of the times I use the rear view mirror, but no, it doesn't work. You do not have to read me like that. I feel like 5'5.5" is average height though.
For a woman.
Right?
Right? I mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying, like
5'4", 5'5".
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm too short. But the men that I'm interested in, they always tell me I'm like, you're so short.
You are short. Like, I wouldn't mind, if I had a kid, honestly, I'd want to do it like a homie contract with a homegirl or something.
See, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, me too.
I'd want a homie contract. Like, we homies.
I don't want a baby daddy. I want a best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I really don't want you in my house. Yeah. And that's cool. You know what I mean? You can have your house. I have my house. But we have this like little thing that we like throw back and forth. Like a hacky sack. You know?
Homie contract for sure. I've dealt with women who are way taller than me. And it's crossed my thought. Like I've had conversations where women are taller and they'd be like,
oh, you saying you want a homie contract with someone who's tall?
Yeah. 6'5". 6'5".
Why though? How do you know that if you don't get with a short woman, she won't give you a tall baby?
I'm the shortest person in my family. And I'm 6'2". You know? My parents are 6'3". My brother's 6'5". Like, I'm the shortest one.
6'5".
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Mm-hmm. That's a tree.
I'm the shortest person in my family. I can't risk it.
I'm the shortest too.
I'd have to give me someone who was 6'6", 6'5", a girl.
So Candace Owens.
I think Candace is taller than that, like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'5". I'll give me a cool 6'5".
She's so pretty to me.
She is.
She really is.
I don't know if I want a WNBA player though. I would like maybe a woman who played college ball.
But not WNBA.
But didn't go to the league.
Why? Is it too much?
I don't know. Maybe if she wasn't WNBA, I'd be a stay-at-home dad for sure. I was just about to say, is it because she's the breadwinner or like? If you make more than me, I'm staying home. Oh, facts. For sure, nigga. If you make more money than me, the fuck is I'm out here doing? Like, I'm finna pump you up. I'll do massages. I got the kids. Don't worry. I got the food. You got your personal chef. Every day, night and morning. Blue collar man, you need to be up and out of the house by 5 a.m. I'm up by 3 making your breakfast. 4:30, you're being woken up. Mm-hmm. I'll wake you up. I'll be your yard. Ring the alarm. What does Beyonce say? Yes. Get up, sir. We got some business to handle before you get out this house. What? Me personally, I know that if I was ever to be like a stay-at-home girlfriend or a stay-at-home wife, mm-hmm. that nigga would fucking love it there. Like, infatuated. You coming home to ass and food every night. Ass and food. It's nuts. And some weed. Your house gonna be clean. Yeah, I couldn't
You
come
feel
home
me?
to no
Taxes is gonna be done. Everything, like, we're gonna be top 10.
Coming home to no ass is like disgusting.
Depressing.
It's sad.
Yeah, for sure. Coming home
like
to
a
a
woman
dead
with no
vibrator
ass.
and you can't find your charger is very sad too. That's despicable.
Not you forgot to put it on the charger.
And lost the charger. And I don't know if sometimes I be losing the charger or if my dog be eating it. And then I have to go buy a whole new, little vibrator for the same charger. Now I got like 3 of these different kind of vibrators, but they all take the same charger. It's really smart, I'm not gonna lie to you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just think that
That's nuts.
being a stay-at-home girlfriend would be lit as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I could do it though. I'm definitely gonna still need to like make some kind of money of my own. That's just me. I don't know if I would be fully comfortable with being taken care of, just because I don't want nobody to throw that in my face. That's why I'm always have to pull my weight.
I would love to. I'd be a cool stay-at-home dad. I'd be cool. I'm a chef. Like you would have some great meals.
You are a chef. Oh my God, that bitch would really love it there though.
They always love it here. Like it gets to the point where I gotta move and change the locks type shit. Like what?
Yeah, you be having stalkers, bro.
I do. There is this one stalker. I don't want to say her name, but she's not. I don't know if she's really technically stalking me, but she just keeps friend requesting and unfriend requesting me like multiple times a day.
You're not deleting it, right?
No. Okay. And she keeps going, like, because my page is public, because I want y'all to see I hate y'all. So we're not friends, but I want y'all to be able to see, even though we not cool, so you can see the progression and you just be where you at.
Love you from a distance.
Yeah, whatever. And she keeps liking shit that's on my page, and I'm just like, I don't want to respond to her. She's nuts to me. Like, she's personally crazy. She literally told me, and she's short. That's the thing, too. She's short as shit. I think she's like 5.
Yo, why you just try to play us like that?
She's short too. Crazy little demon. Like, I'm so glad.
Little demon is derogatory.
This woman is a little demon. I'm so glad I did not end up like fucking with her like that, because without fucking with her got her like this, I already know what that would have been.
So y'all didn't fuck?
No, I sucked the titty. I think that was it. I think that's as far as it got. But nah, she's nuts. Crazy. And she's a heavy smoker too, like super smoker. Like, she just had a kid too.
Smoking weed or?
Yeah, no, not crack. Maybe crack. I don't know.
Why did we go to crack? I was talking about cigarettes. What the fuck? Whoa! He went straight to crack. That's OD, bro. Whoa! I would hope you are not fucking crackhead's friend.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
99.9%.
Okay, I'm gonna say I don't feel like you're 100% sure. So
No, but she's crazy.
Lord.
She's nuts. She took though. I don't know what it is. Women do tend to like want to do the reverse gender role thing, like take me out on dates instead of the reverse. She took me out to eat once.
I've
right?
done it.
Well, actually twice. She took me out to eat, but I think she thought she was gonna get dick that night. But I don't fuck on a full stomach, so she played herself. She shouldn't have taken me out to eat.
Why? Because you think you're gonna fart or something?
It's the same rules as the pool. You don't jump in the pool after you eat.
So
Catch a cramp, bro.
So wait. So you don't have dinner dates and go back home and fuck your bitch?
No, I fuck before dinner. We fuck before the dinner and we talk about what we did while we eat. I make jokes like, you want dessert? Oh, you already had that. Never mind.
Wow, what an experience.
You gotta fuck before the dinner. It makes the night. You start with the sex. You go out to eat.
You know what I like?
What?
I think my peak date would be, well, of course, with someone that like I'm into, like we're dating. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But definitely a dinner date to where somewhere where they had like a family bathroom.
What? You gonna fuck in the bathroom?
It's on my bucket list. I want to be caught by a waiter.
And have them join in?
Okay. No. More so like, I don't know.
What do you think
You
they're
remember
gonna
when
do?
you used to like, fucking fucking her mama house or she came to your mama house. You know what I mean? And it's
I was never that
It's the
disrespectful,
object
Mom.
of getting caught.
I never fucked in your house, Mom.
It's okay. Mother, I definitely fucked in your house. That condom you found on the couch that one time when we got in that fist fight, and you was like, this not mine. I was like, it is yours.
Yikes.
It was me and Sean's. Yes, it was. And he had just like left that night. And that night that you had came downstairs and was like, what was that? It wasn't just me.
Yikes.
I love you.
Oh, shit.
But at the same time, it's just like, it was my house too. Yeah. What was I supposed to do?
Man.
I don't know. I won't fucking.
You want to be caught? Was that it?
Yeah, like, it's like I was just being caught.
I've been caught while in the car by the police.
So, the guy who thought it was like funny for me to get pregnant, we did it on West 6, like in his car. And there was multiple times where like the windshield wasn't tinted, but everything else was tinted. So they definitely saw us in the car. And then when we got out of the car, like we found this alleyway that had this picnic bench.
West 6, that sounds like some serial killer shit.
Yeah, we did some alley shit. I think that's the most awkward place I've had sex in. Because like having sex and this random guy walking his 6 just like walks through the alley and looks at both of us.
You know, just keep going?
Yeah, we definitely still have the video.
What, y'all recorded it?
Why not? That's an experience. Please send that to me, sir.
It wasn't on your phone?
No. No. I'm a good girl.
Out of respect, I always...
If I die, my mom has my phone password.
Out of respect, I'm always the person who's like, you take the video, so you have control of it.
True.
That's just something I've always done out of respect, because like, I'm not going to send it anywhere, but shit.
I personally, I only allow men that like record are men that I've trusted for a really long time. So like not everybody just that I have sex with got a video, you know, of their phone. I mean, like getting it, you know what I mean?
Everyone doesn't have the green light?
No, of course not.
How do you
They let me be a little purple, like I won't say you gotta stop or slow down, but like, look, just fair warning. I just get it.
Yikes.
I just kidding. But yeah, like I only do record. I've only ever recorded videos with people that I have trusted. And I know that like are man enough to not either share it or send my stuff out.
Yeah, and that's still creepy to me. Like sending out anything is creepy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
weird to
for
me.
sure. For sure. Because it still got to me in my mind like, do these dudes still share nudes to this day? Like, I'm just going back to this thing. You know what I mean? I wonder if they do.
There was this incident on a flight. Like, this dude was like trying to airdrop something.
I did that before.
And
so
he ended up sending his nudes to like multiple people on the
on
plane.
the flight.
Yeah.
And they tried to charge him.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened after
Yeah,
that.
I definitely sent a thirst trap on my way to Vegas. So I used to be back and forth before my brother went to jail. I used to be back and forth in Vegas.
Shout out to Vegas.
Shout out to Vegas. It's so fun. I'll see you in June, baby.
I've never been to Vegas.
Friend, you gotta come.
I don't know. I know
you have to.
I know. I've heard so many stories about how shitty it is.
Okay, shady. Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, it's always about what you make it. You know what I mean? In a time you have. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of really, really fun things to do in Vegas.
Prostitution's legal there.
Everywhere except the Strip. You see how I didn't even everywhere except the Strip. If you're on the Strip or you're on Fremont Street, you cannot openly do prostitution because the police will come and take you. They do have vans and blankets, ligas waiting for you to be arrested. Yikes. But everywhere else, it's very legal. I definitely have a friend who's a madam out there. So if you are in the Vegas or even Houston area, girl, I got a website for you. Leave my line.
No, Houston women are different, man.
No, for real. But with Houston, you don't ever have to really be on a dating website. You just need to go to the nicest,
just go
JW.
outside. I went to the liquor store. Shorty tried to take me home. type shit.
And I was listen, when I was just in Houston, men at gay bars was trying to take me home. Not that I would allow that. There's nothing wrong with it, but listen, I like my man.
I'm gonna do a studs pod.
A studs pod?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All studs.
All studs.
So I can ask them invasive questions.
You know, I've never been with a stud. I've been with a femme. I love women.
I don't know terms.
Okay. So femme is like a girl like me and Bree, like girly girls.
So a girl.
Yeah. Pretty much. But that's the definition of femme. You're feminine. Stud is for manlier women.
Well, there's one girl I was talking to. She's like, I'm a stud, but I'm a femme. Like she dresses like a stud.
Dresses like a man, but a lot of the feminine ways. Still likes to get her hair, nails done. I like those kind of like half and half, but I'm majority of a femme kind of girl. Like we're girls over here. I don't want you in no boxers. Like you cannot look like a boy. Cause if I wanted a man, I go fuck a man. You feel me? You finna look like a nice young lady.
I had asked
a nice little young lady while we out, and then we'll go back to my house or your house, and I'll slut you out.
I asked one of them. I was like, "So do you like pick out a specific strap like per girl, or do you let them pick it out themselves? Like, how do you go about it? And do you take it everywhere? Like, if you're finna go out to dinner, do you need it?
Is it on?
Do you need it?
You got that thing on, you nigga." But I do know some people, like some couples, like a feminine stud, where she does wear her strap, and she'll, you know, not just for sex, but like say they go out to eat or something, it turns her on that she has it on, she could touch it, you know what I mean? So it's like a erotic thing all night till they get home, and then you can actually use it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Being a lesbian or bisexual woman is very, very interesting.
When we have stud pod, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be crazy.
Please get some cute ones though, like
all these studs. The studs I've talked to look like guys.
That's what I like. If it is gonna be a stud, look like a guy. Don't have your ass can't be fat. Do not be a stud with a fat ass. You better be like these niggas that walk up to me skinny. Skinny niggas love me. I love skinny niggas. I like skinny bitches too. I like bitches my size too. It'd just be a lot of water. It'd be a lot. Whoa, motion with the ocean. It'd be a lot. But at the same time, like, being bisexual is very fun. It has its ups and downs.
Literally, I guess.
It's ins and outs.
Literally.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, that's just how... I think that would actually be cool to do, like a femme versus STEM. I keep saying that. A femme versus stud pod.
I might produce a stud pod. I'm looking to produce a second podcast.
Yeah.
I want to do that. So people, if you want me to produce your pod, I don't care what kind of pod it is either. I'm not planning to be on it in any shape or form, but just producing it,
set up, producing,
editing it, getting it on YouTube for you guys, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's what I told them too. I was like, y'all want a pod? He'll dead ass do everything that you need him to do. You just got to come and have your own content, have your own setup.
Yeah, I don't mind lending the space. Like you don't have to have the same backdrop. I can take those paintings down. You can have a backdrop. I'll take this shit down. Nothing is like
nothing's permanent.
Yeah, like I can remove shit.
We're flexible.
Like my living room looks nothing like this normally. Like I have to do some moving around.
Is that why it takes like an hour to set up?
Yeah, it takes an hour to move all this shit around.
Yeah.
Get this shit ready. Make sure these shits are charged.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
But you have come a long way, and everything is very, very well, nice produced. You always have a crisp sound. The images always look really good.
Audio is so important.
Very, very important.
So important.
And a lot of your visuals always translate it, because it's really hard to get. Your resolution translates over well to reels and things of that stuff, because you can clearly see it. Some people
be grainy as shit. It's the research, man. It's like, again, like if you go back to when I first started doing video, it's trash compared to this.
Yeah.
Like when I first started doing video, like
I'm talking about
it's like no, it really is bad. I can't. It's cringe. I can't watch it.
Yeah.
Even though I do go back sometimes because like when I started this version of the pod, I had 2 co-hosts. We did 30 episodes together, us 3 consistently with like an extra guest. So it'd be like a 4th person on every once in a while. But shout out Brittany and Raven. Like we launched the Can We Talk podcast with us 3 in mind. Because my prior podcast was called Sometimes We Eat, Sometimes We Talk. I wanted to bring the kitchen to the podcast kind of scene. But that started becoming annoying as fuck because it took so much time. Like I'm making this gourmet meal and now I got to sit down for 2 fucking hours and talk.
Edit this shit.
And talk and edit and cook and clean and do all that stuff. Yeah. I did 14 episodes of that before I was like, you know what?
Fuck this.
I'm not doing this. I just said, scratch it. There's 14 episodes on YouTube right now that you can't see unless it's through my actual YouTube page because like they're blocked. You can't see them, but they exist out there and they're really bad. Like really, really bad.
Trials and tribulations.
Like really, really bad. But yeah, I scratched the whole pod, the Can We Talk podcast, make it short and simple. I was like, I want to do the reverse Breakfast Club. I want to be 1 dude, 2 girls versus 1 girl, 2 dudes. I want to reverse that shit. Shit was difficult. 2 women, my voice, it was back and forth. It was crazy. It was nuts. But, and all 3 very opinionated people. That was back then when minimum podcast episodes were 2 hours long, minimum. So we're recording 2 hours and 30, 2 hours and 40 every Thursday, consistently for months. Yeah. But yeah, you have to want to do it. Like and I'll tell your friend who just started, right? There's going to be a time when you don't want to do it. You got to do it. Yeah. There's days in the pods where
get back up.
when I've literally been like, I'm tired. I've worked a 10-hour shift, but I've been trying to book this to try to figure this out with this person for months, and it's a go. It's a go. And if I say no, will I get this again? Or if I do get it again, how far along will it be? And will I even want to have a conversation with that person then? Because there are people that have been on the pod that I would never revisit. I would never talk to again on the pod. We could be cool and cordial, but not because of what happened on the pod. Just I've outgrown their conversation level. Right. I wouldn't sit down with them again because of not only their perspective, but just the ability to communicate. So
yeah, and that's big too. You know what I mean? Even being on what I've noticed when being a guest on a lot of podcasts, like you have to at least seem interesting. You know what I mean? Like you have to have something to say. Like a lot of the times when you're not interesting, it brings down the whole podcast, and it kind of gives this like, oh, these people are just kind of talking into mics and they're not having like a real conversation. Like you said, that's where you can't fake the vibe, you can't fake the chemistry. So it really does take, like, not everybody can be a podcast, not everybody can be an influencer, and we just have to be okay with everybody having different jobs and different skill sets. Maybe start a business, crochet.
I personally do believe everybody should have a podcast for personal sake, not for the sake of trying to have views and things like that, because it gives you a window into yourself. I started, so the first one, I'm 31 now, so I would have been 27, 28 on that first one.
Oh, so you was just out of your whole phase.
Yeah. I literally flipped the switch on my 28th birthday. Like from 28 on, I'm good. 27 before, I was fucking shit up out here.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait till 28 though, so I got 1 more year.
Do it, man.
Yeah, this year
I was outside.
This year for my birthday, I want to go to Barbados.
Go outside. Go fuck one of the resort people. That's what they be
Who
doing.
You telling? I'm finna fuck the resort president. What you talking about? I don't go little. I go big or go home. We finna get our week paid for it, baby, all inclusive.
I had a person who just left Jamaica. Like the day we recorded the pod, they had just returned from Jamaica maybe a week earlier or something like that. And she was like, the men are like tough. Like they be trying to fuck all the bitches on those floats. I was like, I know. I have homegirls who have slept with those niggas on the boat. I know.
The little rafts.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
them
sure.
Them niggas be tearing them girls up.
Fuck yeah.
Slapping their ass.
Something.
Yeah.
They definitely got something. See, no. I want the quiet pool boy that brings the towels. The one that's shy. He's new to the resort. Probably came from the other side of the island. Woo! Still live with grandma. That's the one I want. That's the one I want to bring back to America.
Not bring them back. You gotta fuck them and leave.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm not finna be on some. What is that show? 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, thought you were gonna say Basketball Wives.
Oh, baby, I wish. You know what's crazy? No bullshit. You know when? What is it? The senior selectives or whatever on your last year of high school. Most likely to do this. Most likely to do that. I had 6.
Most likely to have sex?
6. No. I had 6 nominations for 6 different things.
That is nuts to be in the yearbook. Most likely to have sex.
I was nominated for 6 different things. Mind you, I had only spent my freshman year at this high school and my senior year at this high school. So my sophomore, my junior year, I was not at this high school. So when I got the, little slip, they made me pick 2 because it was unfair to be selected for all 6. So it was like most funny, most sarcastic, most likely to be a celebrity, most likely to be a TV show host, most likely to be a movie star, and most likely to be a basketball wife. Like, I envisioned that for myself.
I feel like basketball wives get cheated on the most.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Because you crying in a Benz?
And not a Honda. Fuck a Benz, nigga. You better put me in a Bentley. How good this neck is. Now, I would probably rather. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely had like a few NFL players on my line, but they have wives, so that's just not something. They have wives and kids.
Have you ever fucked someone who's married? You don't have to be honest. You could lie and say yes.
I'm not somebody who's gonna lie. Yes, I have had sex with someone who is married, but I was
their
young.
Relationship wasn't good, right?
I was young. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Why do you want me to lie and make it seem good? I don't know. They could have been happily married. He still broke my back out. Like, it's what happened. But I was young and naive, and I really wasn't,
It's just that, young and naive.
Susceptible to criticism. People would tell me all the time, "Oh, he's a married man. He's this. He's that. He cracked my back. He paid my bills." I would. What do you want me to do? I was young. But now this day and age, no, I really don't fuck with that. Like, you were married, you have a girlfriend, I'm good. There's a dude from high school that I used to mess with. He still messages. I gave him my number and I realized, like, don't you have a girlfriend? I'm pretty sure I follow. Like, we and her are friends on Facebook.
That's nuts.
She be posting you all the time. And he never replied to me. Like, I'm just not the type. Like, I used to do that. That used to be a cool thing. It's a really insecure, immature thing to be a side bitch to a man who has a woman or is married. Just because, like, value yourself, bitch. Have some self-esteem. And at that time, I didn't have a self-esteem because I didn't have no daddy. Okay? Then I got a daddy. I started being good. But, yeah, like, I don't know. It's just not, that wasn't for me anymore. Have you fucked? I feel like you have.
Yes. The answer is I have. But this is what this story.
You're gonna give a bullshit as excuse.
No, this is a story that I'm about to tell you is the reason why I decided to wait till I was 28 to reverse Uno my wholeness. Uh-huh. So I had just got out of. Yeah. You reverse that shit.
Good to know.
Yeah, you can reverse it. Turn that shit on and off. It's cool. I had just got a long-term relationship. And you know what? I was like, I'm not gonna fuck my feelings better out of this one. I'm gonna focus on myself.
You strong.
It was hard. It was very hard 6 months of my life. It was the longest period of time I wasn't fucking. It was very hard for me. Okay. And this woman had hit me up on some let's talk shit. So she was cool. She was in the middle of a divorce, I guess, or something. She was in the middle of it, I guess. And in my head, I was like, I could continue to be celibate and not fuck, or take this great opportunity to blow this woman's back out and make her life feel a little better. She's just her and her husband are breaking up. Let me go help her out.
As far as you know.
Let me go help her out. So we did what we did a few times. Like a lot of times. But it was this one time too that like it was really good. It was so good. She caught me slipping. I fell asleep at her place.
Wait, hold on.
You never do that.
Wait, what?
No. Staying in a woman's house is a dangerous sport. It's a dangerous sport.
Nigga, after this, you're not getting up. You can't drive after this. What do you mean? It's a dangerous sport.
I fell asleep.
You gonna fall asleep on the wheel.
I fell asleep. But I woke up and left. But anyways, because she was like, "You leave this morning?" Yeah, I'm leaving. It's 4 o'clock. I know ops don't move at 4 a.m., but like...
You left at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh my God. You immediately told her, bitch, this was just some pussy.
Well, she knew that. It's not like she didn't.
You sure?
There was never going to be a connection. We had a plan in place. Like, I'm going to blow your back out and make you feel a little better as you go through this tough time with your relationship.
Oh, you was just a helping hand.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You're
exactly
so
how I took.
sweet.
I know. Shout out to her. She watches the pod.
She what?
She watches the pod.
Girl, I'm proud of you getting your black bone out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
She had a kid now.
Really? Mm-hmm. Don't ever tell them that story.
I don't think it's by the guy that she was married to, though.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's good.
But that was a good time.
Yeah.
Good time. I think people lack conversation. Like if I'm really just here to like one of those memes or things I sent you, it was like dudes or people really just want to experience you versus like actually liking you, right?
Facts.
I have those I like you conversations versus I just want to fuck you conversations.
Oh yeah.
I have those like, hey, we can do this. Like
and I talk to niggas a little bit more rougher when we're just having sex.
Like we can do this, but just know nothing's coming from this. Like we're gonna be fucking. I'm gonna do all the nasty shit I know to you. You do all the nasty shit you know to me, and then we're gonna go about our day and our business.
I like
and
that.
Depending on how long it takes you to catch feelings, we could do this for a while. But the second you start catching feelings, you gotta let me know so I can exit stage left. Like so I can read this up with somebody else.
Wait, you leave her when she catch feelings.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is
absolutely
emotional damage.
But it's not for like I could not have that conversation in the beginning and just leave.
Yeah, true.
Or I could
like
have that conversation and then when it's time to leave, I leave.
But even with women, you already know with women, even when y'all tell us the truth and y'all tell us what's going on, right? Mm-hmm. Them feelings, they just be... And I don't know. It just may be because I don't like calling myself the C word. I'm neurodivergent. Okay? So I just feel like my man should like always be my man. Whether he my man or not my man. He's my man. So it's me and my man.
Nah, I'm very clear about what the fuck we doing and why we're doing it.
See, I'm delusional. You could tell me that and I still think that you want to marry me. I would be like, he really just testing me.
No test.
I'm telling you, it's a test.
And if I am, this is all the answers.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I very am much delusional when it comes to like relationship stuff. Like nowadays, now that I've been out of that relationship and I'm single and I'm so stiff on niggas, I like being like a little bit delusional. Like the other day, this dude popped up on my Snapchat and I hadn't seen him in like maybe like 6 years. And I was like, oh my God, I miss you so much. I was lying. Like I had never thought about that man since the last time we fucked around.
Nuts.
But it made him feel good. And he was just like, really, I be thinking about you. And I knew he wasn't lying. Because what I say, karma, the universe, sent me to tell him that I missed him. And then he was just like, I really miss you too. Your personality, your throat. I know. It's amazing. I miss you too. So I said it. But really don't be missing him.
That's nuts.
Delusion is fun though.
No, it's
I feel
not.
like when you live in a state of delusion, you are having so much fucking fun.
You can have
when
fun.
you taking shit serious and your feelings get hurt, that shit hurts.
Well, that's a different
that
conversation.
Shit hurt.
That's a different conversation. You got to see things for what they really are.
I guess.
If you do that, you don't have to worry about the
But then
feelings
at the
part.
same time, even when you are seeing shit for what it really are, you already know a lot of niggas put up that mask and they're a certain type of person until it gets to a certain point in a relationship, i.e. having a baby or, getting too serious, moving in,
See, I don't even get there. We don't like, I don't want, like, I have this conversation early. Like, I don't want no kids. We're never living together. Like, that's not a thing. I don't want to live with a woman until marriage. If I get married. Because it's not fun. Like, I love my space.
You don't want to play house.
I love my space.
I do
like,
too.
Even in relationships, I need a couple of days sometimes to not talk to you. Like, that's just a fact. I need my space, bro. I need my space. I don't got to talk to you every single second of every day. Sometimes I need my space. I know. Melina in the last episode was like, Calvin, that's nuts. I'm like,
that is Melina. You right. He nuts.
But I don't think that's true because this is not just focused on her, but like a lot of people have never been in a successful relationship. And they do all this same stuff in every single relationship. They talk to each other every single fucking day. They fuck the shit out of each other. They live together. They do all this. They do the exact same thing every relationship.
So we doing it wrong?
I'm not saying you're doing it wrong. I'm just saying what you're doing has right. Yeah.
Yeah. We doing it wrong. Well, if it ain't right, it's left. Hell, what you mean?
Like, talking to each other every day didn't save your relationship. So why don't you try to do something different the next one? Just to see.
But let's think about it. Right? Some people just clingy.
That's okay. You can be. I'm clingy. Like, when I'm with my girl, like, I'm the biggest. I'm big. Like, I'm hugging you. I'm under you. I'm all that shit for the most part. But on Tuesday, maybe I just want to fucking chill.
But that's understandable, right? That's understandable. But when you said like 3 or 4 days, like, me personally, even if we're in an established relationship, if I don't hear from you for 3 days, I'm calling every jail, hospital. I'm calling your mama, your auntie, your uncle.
I'm active on social media, bro. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Snapchat. You can see I posted 3 seconds ago.
I just I don't know.
Posted 3 seconds ago.
I didn't know where I'm at. Because I guess I'm at the point in my life as like in a relationship, my next relationship, my man will most likely have my location. You know what I mean? Just because I'm getting older, the next relationship I do have, I want it to be serious. You know what I mean? They want to take each other serious. So I feel like when you want to be in a serious relationship, you have to
share locations.
Not share locations, but more so compromise for each other's insecurities. Like, that's a big thing. You have to be willing to compromise. People don't realize relationship is all about compromise. And they don't compromise. They don't compromise one bit. There's people who
can be or it can't be.
It's depending on who if you're with someone who y'all don't really are now always on the same accord and things of that sort, compromise should be big in your relationship. Now, if you find your best friend where y'all literally do everything from sun up to sundown, hell no, y'all not compromising because y'all having a good time.
And that's the only relationships I would have.
That's the relationship I want. I want us to be best friends. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I like us. I'm the type, like, you want me to crack your back, right? This is real. I want to crack your back hurt? Get on the floor. Let me crack your back. You know what I mean? Crack his back real quick. Put that nigga in a full Nelson. Come on, let's go. Let's wrestle. Like, I want to have that fun kid at heart relationship, or I don't want it at all. Because in all reality, like, I'm kid fun at heart. Like, I'm the type, like, you break my back, I roll over and give you a high five. Or we can make a secret handshake. Either way, you just did your big one, bro. You're my big bro. Like,
no, call your nigga your big bro.
Yes, you big bro. You my OG.
Hell no.
9 times out of 10 on Karen, whatever lingo you got going on. And since I don't date niggas in Austin anymore, like 2024, that's over with. I don't date niggas in Austin. Y'all can definitely be my tricks. I love that for y'all. But outside of Austin, like, there is a lot of different demographics of men who come at me. You know what I mean? Like, I have the men from NOLA, I have men from Miami, Georgia, Florida, men from Vegas, men from New York. I like a New York nigga. He's a little rough on the neck. Really, really rough. I love that. And then, of course, I love a Texas nigga, but just not an Austin, Texas nigga. Because Austin, Texas niggas is sassy. All week I've been seeing, if you're a girl, open this. Why are you telling her she's unstable and you unstable because you got mommy issues too?
Hey,
Pot calling the kettle black.
There's conversations to be had that people are never going to have.
Yeah.
You know, the same people who have been walking around in the same friend groups for the last 10 years are going to be the same people. And that's crazy.
I don't get that whole no new friends. I'm loving the new
You don't even get to learn who you really are unless you get out of your friend circle.
Out of your comfort zone.
Because if you're around the same, I get long-term friends is cool, right?
Yeah.
Having a friend since you were 5 years old, cool. You went through a billion different stages. Y'all fought 10 times in that year. Nigga. But you also need to stimulate your mind with some shit that you don't fucking know.
I want an intellectual friend so bad. And when I said that on the post the other day, one of my friends did take it to heart. And she was like, I'm not intellectual.
For here, yeah.
For us, for me and you, yeah, you mad intellectual. You know what I mean? But the level of intellect that I'm wanting to be on is not the same. You know what I mean? And I feel like I like keeping... There's some occasions where I'll intertwine my friends.
Oh, no. It's no.
But I'm mad big on keeping all my friends separate. All of them. Mainly just because we have different vibes. I know there's some friends that, bitch, only I have a personality that can take you. If it's anybody else around us, it's going to be a fight. You know what I mean? I know my friends. I know who the type of people that can be around them. I know the type of people who can take their personalities. Like, I know that. So me personally, I've never made that mistake again since high school. I was 17 years old and had both of my basketball teams coming in together. Well, friends for my basketball teams coming together. All of a sudden, the school I'm at, these bitches hate me because of the bitches over there, because they became friends. All of a sudden, they realized I thought I was better than everybody else, which I was. Like, at the end of the day, like, let's be real. I really am what was better than everybody that I used to play, like, not basketball-wise, but, like, friend-wise, people-wise. Back then, I was a better friend than a lot of them. I was a better person than a lot of them. They was really shitty people. They was messy people. Even as kids, you feel me? A lot of them ain't grown out of that.
They never will.
It never will. And that's why they forever be stuck in either Bastrop, Cedar Creek, or Austin. That's where y'all stuck at. Especially you bitches in Bastrop. Y'all forever gonna be stuck in the country. Whether y'all get out and come back or not.
I'm stuck in the country.
No, for real. Like, for real. That shit's like a melting pot. And it's a pit. You get stuck in that bitch, for real. Even all the older people still fuck around with each other. Like, you know what we was talking about?
I went to a house party, and my ex's dad was in that motherfucker.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Chilling.
Daddy, go home.
This nigga was in there chilling. He was the oldest nigga up in there, too. He a cool dude, though. He cool, though. He's still paying back child support, and he like 50, bro. That's nuts. But I saw this nigga's dead ass. But I did be fucking with people who are older than me, but he was too old to be there. Facts.
Facts. Look.
I don't want to just be roaming Austin until I'm 67.
Look, my 25th birthday, my mama tried to come out with me. Technical difficulties, y'all. We back.
With our whole conversation today, things change. Technical issues change things, and the shit turned off. I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe I didn't charge it enough. I'm sorry. You know?
Play us fuck up. It's okay. Don't judge us.
2 hours in, it was lit. So we're going to close it out. We've got one final question today that I wanted to ask. What's something that you're glad didn't happen?
Having a baby. Having a baby. Having that baby with that man. God making that man my baby daddy.
Oh, no.
I'm glad that did not happen.
Maybe something less dramatic?
Oh, okay. Let's see. What didn't happen? I mean, I guess my life didn't go to shit. I didn't get depressed.
That's something to be proud about.
You know what I mean?
Life is tough. I keep telling people out here, people, like, it is tough, like, on a day-to-day basis.
Especially when you got somebody trying to make your life a living hell.
That's tough out.
Yeah. But now his life a living hell because he got a baby on the way.
Yikes.
It sucks to suck, right?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I've seen too many.
Now he a 40-year-old selling crack with a baby on the way.
Allegedly, maybe. No, not alleged. Okay,
not alleged. That's real.
Okay, that's allegedly real. Okay, cool. I was gonna say something like I'm very happy that me and my ex broke up. I would not be podcasting if I was in that relationship still.
Same.
Because she's a jealous weirdo. She didn't let me have women friends. You believe that? That's gross, right?
Is your dick long? That's why. She's perfectly reasonable for that.
Hell no. She would not let me have female friends.
No, that is OD. You don't own nobody.
For real, that's weird. Like, majority of my closest friends are women.
Yeah.
The two dudes that are like my best, closest male friends live many, 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 many miles away from here.
Yeah.
Right? So we only see each other maybe once every 2 years. So the women that I have on my team is like legit my friends.
Dogs.
Like, I call them my dogs for real, like not like trying to be rude or anything like that. But those are the people that I
how we talk.
legit fuck with them. Like, we can sit in the room for hours. We be podding without the pod, like all
type shit. I love those friendships. That's why I love B so much, because we just sit there and talk. I'm finna go to her house.
That's my dog too.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
that's
what
my
I mean?
dog. I really do fuck with B.
Like, yeah,
that's my baby.
Yeah, that past relationship that made me realize, like, nah.
So we both in the same boat. We glad we didn't get stuck with that relationship, stuck with someone who is.
If I had a child with that woman,
you probably would. Oh, that
hurts.
Suck.
It just hurts to think about it.
No, it really does. It really does. Sometimes, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I be crying tears of joy when I think about, like, baby, you was going through so much with that nigga by yourself. If you would have had a baby with that man, you probably would have committed suicide. Like, no joke. Like, he would have pushed you to the fucking edge, girl. Like, sucked you dry. But now I'm replenishing myself, so I'm really glad that did not happen. I was very, very much so lucky.
Yeah.
Saved, blessed, and highly favored. His baby mama, she not. She got a curse on her. Somebody did voodoo on her ass.
Oh, no.
And that's just life.
Oh, no.
She also was okay with cheating with him our whole relationship, knowing about me. She was she knew about me. So I'm just saying.
Were you faithful in your relationship with that person?
Yeah, I was fully faithful with him. And he was steady stepping out on me. Steady.
How'd you find out?
The first time I found out, she came, one of the women who just so happened to be my mom's ex-husband's baby mama.
That's why we don't fuck with Austin like that, man.
And it's not Austin. It was Bastrop.
I was about to say, surrounding areas.
But still, Bastrop and the surrounding area, Austin and surrounding areas, we not fucking with y'all niggas. We not fucking with y'all ever again. That shit is wild. So yeah, like, she came to me woman to woman because, like, we were already, like, women's intuition. Something was telling me he has some other shit going on. So I was really pulling away from him already. He decided to go to Dallas and wanted me to come with him. And I told him no. And I was going to stay home. And she saw that he was in Dallas, assumed that I was with him, and messaged me to let me know, like, what was going on. But the funny part is, like, she was doing all this rah-rah in my messages. And I was like, girl, like, you can have him. I'm trying to get him to leave me alone right now. And it turns out, like, she had to pay him to fuck with him, which is really sad.
Wait, what?
Like, she had to give him money. She was giving him money to be around her, to hang out with her.
Like, he wouldn't hang out with her
without money. So really, he's a prostitute. A prostitute. Don't you think about it? He's a prostitute. He was out here selling himself for a bit to be in a bitch face.
I probably should have sold some dick in the past.
You probably still can.
I gave some dick away for free that I shouldn't have.
That you shouldn't have.
I shouldn't have. Should have charged.
I feel
them.
that.
Tax,
should charge. Tax,
all that.
And add 10. Yeah, I'm just not in that situation no more. And, like, you know, and that was the first woman that came to me. The girl that he's pregnant with right now, I went to her woman to woman.
Ooh.
At the beginning of our relationship. And the crazy thing is that woman was, like, they went to high school together type shit, grew up together. And one of my mom's boyfriends, that was his niece. So this man was just fucking a whole bunch of people that my mama and me knew that, like, was in the same circle. Like, he was fucking all these women. Like, it was really kind of disgusting. I definitely got my self-checked multiple times after being with him, while being with him, because he definitely did burn me because he was just fucking any and everything. You know what I mean? Like, and those bitches was fucking other bitches. But Yeah, like the girl who's pregnant now, I had to come to her woman to woman. So she was very aware of me. She had even, being my mom's boyfriend's niece, she pulled up to her grandma's house seeing me and my boyfriend together. So she saw me multiple times. You know what I mean? Anything that come to her, I don't feel sorry, bitch. I hope he throw you through the fucking screen like your last baby daddy did.
Oh no.
Dead ass.
Not
like,
repeat the cycle.
Repeat it.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Because he's finna drain you and your self-esteem. From what I'm hearing from the streets is talking, he already draining you. He draining you.
You don't want to go
dry.
save her?
Huh?
You don't want to go save her?
No, I don't want to go save her. She knew exactly what she was getting into. Well, she knew him before I knew him. God, she had been being like a side thing, just getting fucked since the 90s. Let's be honest. And when me and him broke up, she wasn't even the reason she wasn't even the female that we broke up over. So in reality, you got pregnant and you was a third, fourth woman in this relationship. Have some self-esteem, ho. Dead ass. How you know you the fourth, third woman that this man is fucking with? You stupid enough to get pregnant and keep it. That baby would have been like the first one. Dead. Cause what? What? Come on, y'all both. You had a geriatric pregnancy over a nigga who gonna dog you out. He was in prison for 14 years. He's not done. He's not done. At all. He finna run through you. He probably finna go find some boys. Why you keep doing that?
Because I wish everyone like luck and just love and praise. I don't want people to go through bad stuff like that.
Of course you don't ever want nobody to go through bad stuff like that. But when you put somebody through something and you purposely do it and you know about it, you know what I mean? I can't wish you well. I'm not that mature yet. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet.
You're not 27 yet.
I'm only 26. You know what I mean? Still a baby.
Nah, but what I do want to say...
Nigga, leave me alone.
What I do want to say for sure is like, life is tough. No matter how you spin it, no matter where you were raised, no matter how you were raised, life is tough. Mm-hmm. And anyone listening to the pod who thought anything was harsh or anything like that, it's reality. And reality is what it is. You can't change it. You can't flip it. You can't pretend. You can't be on the internet lying to yourself every single day.
Tell them out. Tell them.
You got to be honest with yourself and just look at things for what they really are and talk about them. Be open to have conversation. Mm-hmm. Be excited about conversation because conversation brings you out of those uncomfortable kind of...
Progress. Conversation is progress.
Correct. You have to learn how to do it by just stop always just talking to the same people. Get out, learn some stuff, learn something new. Make it a mission of yours to learn something new every 2 weeks. How about that? Mm-hmm. Start there. This is a phenomenal. Is that the word? Phenomenal. This is a fantastic pod. I know how to pronounce that word.
Phenomenal is how you say it.
It didn't sound right. Maybe I don't use it enough. Maybe in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to learn how to use that in multiple sentences or something like that. But was there anything you wanted to plug before we end this here broadcast?
Oh, of course. Like always. Awesome. Because we're still dealing with it even a year later, 11 months later, Free Palestine. There's a lot of stuff going on still. You know, children are being orphaned at a disproportionate rate. They're not getting aid. They're not getting help. And a lot of the things that the Israelites are doing are funded by our tax dollars. So I always say every day, just be cautious of what you have. Be thankful for what you have. Because there's a child literally on the other side of the world or even someone your age who doesn't have that or has lost their life trying to get out of their situation. So just be mindful. A lot of the first world problems that we have do not compare to the issues that are being faced even in the Congo for the children that are being forced into manual labor to get this cobalt and copper for phones and electronics. So the world, as we know is very evil. Just put good energy out into the world, even if it's small, even if it's buying a homeless man, a breakfast jack or something. I do that often. I'm not gonna lie, I do that often. I buy homeless people food often. I never recorded things like that because shit, if I was hungry, I would kill for someone to just get me something to eat and be loving. So just move with love, move with compassion, be grateful for what you have, and just strive every day to be a better person than what you were or what people have known you to be. And I think, that'll help the world be a better place. Pieces.
That's absolute facts. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. This is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 108. Goodbye.
Bye.